So, I need to know, scale of 1 to 10, what do you guys think of Donald Trump's presidency right now? We are giving him a 0. We went below the 1 and gave him a 0. I actually think that we're going to go ahead and give him a -1. So let me just state how I feel, and then we'll move on to the issue at hand. Why? Because we need to. So, we know that in today's time, the government is just going crazy. They don't know how to do anything. We had enough signatures to extend the ACA. So here's my thing. I cannot stand Trump for multiple reasons. One, he's cutting research, funding to research, cutting school funding, making it so that predominant people can't go to school and get educated. Another thing that he is doing, he's completely gutting and ruining our entire health industry by appointing RFK and allowing crazy people to go out and, discredit science and avoid science, which I don't know why we do that. We also have so many other things at hand and problems at hand, like historical places just completely being demolished. Historical things being rewritten at the hands of his administration because he feels the need to, discrediting what parts of the Constitution actually mean in their original written context, because we know that in 1620 and back in the 1600s, when people were coming here, there wasn't legalization. There was no United States citizenship. We didn't have documentation paperwork. When we had the Declaration of Independence created, when we had the Constitution created, we did not have all this. Now, most of you know that my 9th great grandfather is Miles Standish. He came here in the Battle of the Wasakasut. It's a very hard word to pronounce, so Wasakasut. It is a tribe. He came over here and he basically put the tribe's leader's head on a stick. He believed that violence and ownership was the way into the United States. He wanted to go in and take over. Now, they talk in school when you're younger in elementary how it was peaceful, the Pilgrims and the Indians. It was not peaceful. Trust me, I'm working on getting my PhD in history. No, it was not peaceful. The Pilgrims and the Indians did not get along. Were they eventually civil to a point that they allowed further civilization to happen? Yeah. Civilization existed and constantly kept coming into the United States. So, yeah, we were building the United States up at that time. But if you know, now you should. Spain was actually here before the United States. It's also really disheartening to me that, research is getting discredited. Research, what happens when you do research and you continuously have scientific stuff happening, you find out information that is vital to helping the next generation, to helping society succeed. For instance, if we'll say there's a gene mutation in somebody's gene, and they find out that by implementing something into that gene, they can fix the gene mutation. But they did multiple studies leading up to that to verify, hey, we could add to this gene and fix it by doing a certain procedure that they would have to come up with scientifically, and they have to test these scientific theories and these scientific equations. They have to go through the scientific stuff multiple times to get to the answer of what is so direly needed, okay? So let me think of another example. Changing history. Donald Trump is just going out of his way to change history, rewriting stuff, changing the names of buildings, making it so that colleges can't study proper history. Now, as somebody getting my PhD in history, this really has me irritated. I'm just floored to no end, because history is the foundation of this country, right? History is how you learn about other countries. If you're very good and you're really smart and you stay into certain aspects of history and you go further into it like a PhD, now you're working with archaeologists. You're studying artifacts. You're getting to the root of why things are why they are. And come on, who wouldn't want to do that? And Donald Trump's like, nah, because if you can prove something back in history goes against what I'm trying to do now, then no, I don't want it. And what we're starting to see is this shift of people going and being on the right-wing side, trying to be conservative only under the guise that God says this, God says that. No, God says to love your neighbor. God says to love the people next to you, not to judge the next person. And I know if God was here today, oh, he would be applauding my PhD in history. He would be happy because my PhD allows me to dive into multiple religions and to study where they originated, to study how people come to study God. And did you know multiple religions, they actually believe in God? They believe in the same God. They believe in Jesus Christ. They just believe in him in their own ways. They have, some religions actually pray multiple times a day in group form. It's not ununique to have different practices, but they all believe in God. They all believe in one unified love your neighbor, do not judge. And as I study history and as I study Donald Trump's administration, he goes against these exact principles. James Talrico says it best. Like, what are we doing? This man is coming up and saying, we do not need Christian nationalism in this country. We are a country that was founded on the freedom of religion, not the forced ideology that everyone has to be on the same religion. Listen to me one more time. We are not a forced religion. This is not a Christian nation. We were not founded on Christianity. We were founded on freedom of religion. Okay? So anyway, I hope you guys see that, the flaws in Trump's administration. And if this video was any bit confusing, I am very sorry. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And I hope that maybe in other days coming up, I can make more of these videos. And I don't know. We'll see where it all goes. But yeah, I'm getting my PhD in history right now. I am finishing my 2 years in liberal arts. I will be transferring that over to my history degree and getting my PhD. So stay tuned and follow along as we take this journey. And yeah, we're discrediting Trump, whatever, left and right.